This is huge. This is Toyota's first all-new car for India in a really long time. In fact, if memory serves me right, the last one was the Etios, and that was a really long time ago. This is the Urban Cruiser Hyryder. It is an SUV. They're calling it a B-segment SUV, but this is not a compact SUV. This, in fact, is a proper mid-size SUV on the same lines as the Hyundai Creta. And the big differentiator is what is under the hood. This is a proper full hybrid, strong hybrid as they're calling it, or self-charging hybrid electric vehicle. And another big talking point, this gets all-wheel drive. I'm not kidding you, this actually gets all-wheel drive. There is a second engine, and that is Maruti Suzuki's 1.5-liter petrol engine, the same engine that is there in the Brezza, the Ertiga, all of that, with the option of a 6-speed automatic transmission. This engine, the strong hybrid, this actually is locally made. Toyota claims that over 4,800 crores has been invested by TKM as well as group companies into developing the infrastructure in Bidadi, outside Bangalore in Karnataka, where all these components are being made. And these components are going to be made for the Indian products as well as for export. In fact, they're saying that those hybrid components are going to be exported back to Japan. So they've invested a lot in this electric powertrain. This, of course, is a hybrid. It is not a full electric. The main benefit is almost a 40 to 50% improvement in fuel efficiency, a 30% reduction in carbon emissions. Let's take a quick walk around this hybrid electric vehicle. So let's start with the styling walk around and look at the nose. This is Toyota's new design language, and in the past where Toyotas were a little boring and conservative, this actually is pretty in your face and quite stylish. It's got this carbon fiber kind of effect, so if you come closer out here, you'll notice this carbon fiber effect on the grille. The Toyota logo, it surprisingly does not have that blue ring which actually signifies all the hybrid vehicles, so I don't know, I'm surprised about that. You get these eyebrow LED DRLs, and the headlamps are down here in the bumpers. If you come over to the sides, it's got all-wheel disc brakes. I'll point that out later on. The tires, obviously alloy wheels. What is the size of it? 17-inch alloy wheels. And of course it gets ESP, vehicle stability control, 6 airbags. This is a modern platform. If you look at the length, this actually is a pretty sizable SUV. And if you look at the lines, this actually has been designed really well. It looks interesting. This is important. The hybrid badging. And now that we actually have some time, let's jump straight in the interiors before I show you the back. Now, if you look, this will actually be familiar because this has a lot of components from existing Maruti Suzuki vehicles. So the steering wheel, this is familiar from the Baleno and the other Maruti Suzuki vehicles. The controls out here, again familiar. You have your phone controls on the stock, auto stop start. It's got a head-up display. The keys are not here, so we really can't operate anything on this. So head-up display, again familiar from the Baleno, 360-degree camera, so that's the view out here. The infotainment, it's a floating screen, again familiar from the Baleno, and in all the graphics that they showed us, the operating system also is familiar from Maruti Suzuki's. You get climate control, ESP, that's important, 6 airbags, wireless charging. You have the EV mode, so if the batteries have enough power, similar to the Camry, how the Camry works, you can put it in EV mode and you can move in pure electric mode until the batteries deplete. How many kilometers? We don't know, but I expect it to be not more than 2-3 kilometers. You have your drive mode selector out here and controls for the ventilated seats. The seats, they're actually pretty comfortable, though I think the sides are slightly narrow, at least for my side. No electric seats, but you have height adjust, so that's good. The steering, it adjusts for reach as well as rake. Again, that's a good sign. So, like I said, you have a mechanical handbrake, but you have disc brakes at the rear. No electronic parking brake. And you have a panoramic sunroof, a big panoramic sunroof. The Toyota Urban Cruiser Hyryder is based on the global C platform from Suzuki. That's the same platform that underpins the Vitara and the S-Cross that is sold in the UK. Now, they haven't given us the exact dimensions, but we estimate it to be approximately 4.3 meters in length, approximately 2600 mm in terms of the wheelbase. This platform is actually the first time this is being used in India, and if you go to see, this platform is actually a Suzuki platform. The engine, the motor, that is a Toyota motor, but then you also get the Suzuki engine, the 1.5 liter engine. And here, this is something that we didn't show you, so come over at the back. The rear section also, it looks good. It is a genuinely good looking SUV. It's bold, but not too aggressive. Obviously, LED tail lamps, a big chunk of chrome that connects the tail lamps. No cutaways for the exhaust. In terms of the boot space, now this is interesting. You have a tray so you can put small little bits out here. Obviously the batteries are out here. That's why the boot height is pretty high, and it doesn't look like a very spacious boot. If you want to have another look at the boot, this is not that spacious. But then again, the batteries have to fit somewhere, so it's a compromise that you will have to make. The spare. Okay, there's no spare wheel also, so you'll probably get a puncture repair kit with the Hyryder. And the boot is not electrically operated, so use your hands. The back seat of the Urban Cruiser Hyryder is actually pretty comfortable. I'm surprised by how much space is here. This seat has been adjusted to my driving position. I got some 2 inches of free knee room. There's enough space under the seat to tuck in my toes. There's enough headroom. It's not an overabundance of headroom, but my head is not going to touch there. The seats themselves are soft and comfortable. You can't fit 3 abreast. That'll be a bit of a squeeze. You also have quite a noticeable transmission tunnel. Like the Brezza, you have 2 USB ports out here, one USB-A and the other USB-C. You get aircon vents, which is not of a great quality. This feels pretty cheap, though the rest of the dash feels good quality. You will notice the vent out here. This is for the hybrid powertrain. Cooling for the components. The battery is at the back. Overall, this actually is comfortable and plush. Plus you have the panoramic sunroof, so it also opens up the cabin a little bit more. So good stuff on the comfort and the back seat. So the engine, this is a new engine for India. It's a 1.5 liter engine. The petrol engine, it makes 91 bhp. The electric motor, that makes 79 bhp, and the total system output is 114 bhp. We don't have any figures for the 0 to 100 kilometers per hour time, but Yoshimura-san, the MD at Toyota Kirloskar Motor, he said that it gives you rocket-like acceleration. Expect the 0 to 100 time to be in the region of around 10 seconds. It only gets a CVT transmission. They're calling it the eCVT transmission, and that has also been localized. In fact, the car has got 90% localization. So significant localization, significant effort has gone into localizing the hybrid powertrain. So that should also lead to cost competitiveness. Now, hugely important, the Hyryder will also come with all-wheel drive. That is the first in this segment if you discount the XUV 700. Now, the all-wheel drive will not be available with the strong hybrid. In fact, the all-wheel drive will only be available with the Maruti Suzuki engine, the 1.5 liter mild hybrid. Basically, the mild hybrid has got that auto stop-start, which we've already seen in the past in the Brezza and all the other vehicles. So this one, which is the full Toyota with the strong hybrid engine, that does not get all-wheel drive. But with the 1.5 NA engine, without the strong hybrid, you will get all-wheel drive. So maybe you can take this on the next Desert Storm or the Raid de Himalaya, whenever that happens. So that's the Toyota Urban Cruiser Hyryder. It goes on sale end of August, early September. That's when the prices also will be announced. What do you think of the Toyota Urban Cruiser Hyryder? Can it take on the Creta, the Seltos? And what do you think about hybrid powertrains? What premium that you will pay for a hybrid powertrain? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up, share this video with like-minded enthusiasts, and stay subscribed to the Evo India channel.